With 5 events covered, 1 to go, Sarah Hammer is the leader with 14 points, Trott with 20, Edmondson with 24, all to be decided now in the final race of this Omnium. Onto the track then in the women's Omnium, the final event. This is the 500-meter time trial. And Zaleska is the first rider to go. The riders going in reverse order. So Zaleska, the first rider to start, number 15. On the other side of the track is Masukovic of Belarus. And very important, of course, to get a good start in this time trial. We'll see what the 250-meter time is. You can move a few places up the standings. The world record is 33.010. Zaleska is quicker in 21.522. Masukovic in 22.411. Sarah Hammer will go later on in the same heat as Laura Trott. But the time there for Zaleska, 37.522, 47.971 kilometers an hour. She sets the standard for all these riders to beat. Sarah Hammer has ridden consistently all the way through this contest. And that's how you win an Omnium. It's all about riding all the 6 events consistently. There is no point winning, going out, using all your energy, winning one, and then coming back the next event just feeling dreadful. So you have to ensure that all the way through you ride consistently well, you score points, and you never really drop below the top 3 or 4 riders. Sarah Hammer so far has been 4th in the flying lap. She's been 3rd in the points race, 2nd in the elimination race, won the individual pursuit, 4th in the scratch race. Laura Trott's points race is the one that's really put paid to her chances. 10th in the points race, which has left her with 20 points. She's had a 3rd in the flying lap, 1st in the elimination, 3rd in the individual pursuit, 3rd in the scratch race. The points race just did not go to plan. Right, these 2 riders underway. Xiao Dao of Hong Kong, China, and Borovchenko of the Ukraine. Fastest time in the first heat, 37.522. And it's Zhao here as we watch these 2 riders race around the track, who is, by the looks of things, quicker, 21.718, but she's outside the time of Zaleska in the first heat. All's important, of course, for these riders to ensure that they maintain their position. Overall, 38.136, that's good enough for 2nd place. Zaleska still quickest, 37.522. Just thinking about the various standings in this Omnium, the places that really could change is certainly the bronze medal. Katarzyna Pawlowska of Poland has got 25 points. Annette Edmondson of Australia has 24. So only 1 point separating those 2. 4 points separate Edmondson and Trott, and 6 points separate Trott and Hammer. Now, unless Sarah Hammer has an absolute disaster this afternoon, she should win this Omnium world title. Laurie Berton getting ready on the track. And Simona Frapporti, the Italian rider. Frapporti in the Azzurri blue of Italy. A few Italian fans in the crowd giving Simona Frapporti some encouragement. She's had a pretty inconsistent competition so far. 17th in the flying lap, then 6th in the points race, 7th in the elimination, 10th in the individual pursuit, 14th in the scratch race. Laurie Berton getting better all the time, 2nd in the scratch race to move herself up the standings. As you can see, you really got to power your way off the starting gate. Fastest opening 250 is Zaleska, 21.522. Let's see how these two riders can do. 28.62 for Berton, first fastest so far. Frapporti 21.510 in second, as they now turn the heat up onto the second 250. The time to beat 37.522, and Berton does beat it 36.697. Good enough for first at the moment. Frapporti third place 37.600. Laurie Berton looking powerful all the way through. Tongue hanging out there, mouth wide open. There's a bit of a fashion with some of the French male professional teams that if you have your tongue hanging out in a big effort like this, then it assists with the oxygen uptake. I don't know if it's true, but you often see the riders from AG Duar and also from Eurocar do it. Els Bellman's the winner of the scratch race against Tamara Balabalina of Russia. The end of 2 days of competition for these Omnium riders. Counting down to the start. Els Bellman's, to me, doesn't look entirely comfortable riding in the big bunch races. Probably why she decided to go and take a lap. Again, relatively inconsistent. 5th in the points race, 1st in the scratch race, but then 2 13th places, 1 17th place. Underway then, the opening 250 fastest time is 20.862 by Berton of France. Els Bellman's looking to set a good time. The Russian rider getting the encouragement of the crowd, wearing number 31, Balabalina. The opening 250, Balabalina looks quick, 21.12, fastest so far, ahead of Laurie Berton. So the Russian rider getting some great encouragement here. Racing up towards the line. Can she set the fastest time? She can, 35.628, over 50.5 kilometers an hour for Balabalina, and she goes top of the leaderboard. Bellman's finishes in 37.502, and that is the 6th, actually the 3rd fastest time now. So she really recovered. She was quite slow through 250. but Bellman's third fastest by the finish. There's the current standings. Bolina leads, Berton in second, Bellman's in third place. These are the 7th and 8th place riders so far in this Omnium. Li Wang of China against the Canadian rider Jillian Carlton. Jillian Carlton about to step onto her bike. Li Wang of China. These two riders are separated by 1 point. Li Wang has 37 points, Jillian Carlton has 38. So again, very important in terms of the overall standings in this Omnium competition. The idea of the Omnium, you get 1 point for the win, 2 points for second, 3 points for third. The rider who scores the least number of points after 6 events is the overall winner. Wang on the left-hand side, Carlton on the right-hand side. Li Wang gets off the starting gate a little bit quicker there. Jillian Carlton has finished second in the flying lap, so we expect a quick time here. Second in the individual pursuit, 6th in the scratch race. Her points and elimination have let her down. She's a very good time trialist. The time to beat is 35.628. Carlton's looking rapid, 20.602. Can she hit the line in the fastest time? She does, 35.510. The fastest time so far for the Canadian rider Jillian Carlton. That's going to help her. It will move her up a little bit in the standings. She will overtake Li Wang, who finishes at this moment in time in 4th place. Confirmation of the standings, Jillian Carlton leads, Bolina in second, Berton in third place. Li Wang, after that 500-meter time trial, in 4th place. The next two riders up on the track now. The Spanish rider, Leary Olaberria. She'll be racing against the German Lisa Brennauer. Brennauer already up on the track. .42 seconds to the start. Not long to be able to do these straps up for this rider. Leary Olaberria is looking to make sure that she's got her feet strapped right in on the pedals, leaving it very late indeed. Lisa Brennauer has been on the bike for ages. She won the points race. She was 4th in the elimination. She was let down by her flying lap, so doesn't bode well for this race, but you never know. She could just have had a bad start to this Omnium contest. Brennauer underway. Olaberia on the other side of the track. Accelerating away from the start. And Olaberia onto the skis already. Brennauer isn't there yet, so she's going to go around the turns. She'll get on the skis in a moment. And Olaberia looking rapid through that point. Second fastest, 20.541. So it looks like the Spaniard is going quicker here. That will mean that she could topple Brennauer. She hits the line now, 35.866. And that is good enough for third place. Brennauer with 37.194. And that's good enough for sixth at the moment. So Olaberia does herself justice. She had a deficit of 5 points on Lisa Brennauer. Doesn't make that up, but she should manage to hold on to her places at the moment. We'll just double check all of that in a moment, because we're moving on to the final couple of runs, and this is going to be an important one. This could decide the bronze medal. Pawlowska of Poland against Edmondson of Australia. There's the current standings. Carlton still the leader, 35.510. Bolina in second, Olaberia in third place. These two riders then on the track. Annette Edmondson, who had a heavy crash yesterday, seems okay. She also crashed with this rider, Pawlowska. Still got the right knee strapped up. Already won a world title here. She defended her title the other day. Clicks her feet into the pedals. 1 point separates these two riders. This is the difference between a bronze or nothing. Now we'd expect Annette Edmondson to go quicker than Pawlowska based on her flying lap and her normal pursuiting, but let's see what happens. Counting down to the start. Edmondson underway then for Australia. Pawlowska of Poland in the red and white. Edmondson really giving it some throttle away from the start already. Can she now put herself firmly in the bronze medal position through the 250 point? And it is Pawlowska who's slightly down on time. 25.67 for Edmondson, who's looking good. She's piling on the pressure around the final couple of turns in towards the finish. What's the time going to be? 35.533 for Edmondson. She goes second quickest. So she has done the job she needed to do. Pawlowska of Poland, 36.374, fifth fastest so far. So Edmondson is assured of taking the bronze medal. Fantastic performance there from Annette Edmondson. Recovering from her crash yesterday. And should be looking here at the bronze medal. Confirmation of the standings so far. Carlton consistently good in the timed events. 35.510. Edmondson in second place. Bolina still holds third place. That's going to move her up on the standings a little bit. Right now it's down to the contest for the gold medal. Sarah Hammer, the silver medalist in the Omnium in London in the Olympic Games. She was beaten by Laura Trott of Great Britain in the final 500-metre time trial, where Trott managed to win and steal the gold medal away from Sarah Hammer. Sarah Hammer so good against the clock. Laura Trott getting a magnificent reception here, the Olympic and world champion. But is Sarah Hammer going to win her first Omnium title to go with the individual pursuit that she has already won? Trott clicks the pedals in, straps them in as well. Her mechanic on the right-hand side, Ernie, and her coach, Paul Manning, on the left-hand side. The points race has let down Laura Trott. She finished 10th in that. Third in the flying lap, first in the elimination, third in the individual pursuit, third in the scratch race. That's the sort of normal consistency that wins you a world title, but Hammer has been more consistent. Fourth in the flying lap, third in the points race, second in the elimination, first in the pursuit, fourth in the scratch race. 6 points separate the two riders. Barring a major issue with Sarah Hammer dropping right down the standings, she will win the gold. Laura Trott goes blasting out of the block. She's all over the place. Such is the power she's putting in here. She just wants to do herself as much justice as possible. She's absolutely ripping it again around this track. Who's going to take the fastest time? It's looking rapid between these two riders. Sarah Hammer looking good. Round the track now, and it is Laura Trott, 23.29. Second fast is actually Hammer, who's down in 6th place. Is the unthinkable going to happen again? And it's Laura Trott who hits the line now. Trott finishes 4th fastest, 35.675. Sarah Hammer in 6th place, 36.053. Laura Trott faded away a little bit in the second lap, but Sarah Hammer very emotional. She is the world champion. Laura Trott will finish in 2nd place. Sarah Hammer is crying here. She will win the world title with 20 points. Laura Trott will finish in 2nd place with 24. Edmondson with 26 takes the bronze. But for a moment, it did look like Laura Trott was going to do it again. She went through the opening 250, 2nd fastest. Hammer was down in 6th place, somehow 4th back. Trott faded a little bit, maybe went off too quickly, and she will take the silver medal. Sarah Hammer, 2 world titles in these championships. She's the only American competitor here, and she's going to walk away with 2 gold medals, 2 rainbow jerseys, and she beats the Olympic and defending world champion into 2nd place. Well, Laura Trott spinning the pedals around. These two are fierce competitors now. All the hard work pays off. Sarah Hammer's competition then, 4th in the flying lap, 3rd in the points race, 2nd in the elimination, wins the individual pursuit, 4th in a scratch race, 6th in the time trial. The consistency works. Laura Trott, 3rd in the flying lap. The points race let her down, 10th in that. 1st in the elimination, 3rd in the pursuit, 3rd in the scratch race, 4th in the time trial. She needed to finish inside the top 8 in the points race to win the world title again. She won't lose concentration in a points race ever again if that indeed was what put paid to it. But also Laura Trott's learning what happens if you're the Olympic and world champion. Sometimes that doesn't go your way in a bunch race. Confirmation then of the time trial, and very well done to Jillian Carlton, who wins that in 35.510. Edmondson with another great performance to finish 2nd. Bolina 3rd, Trott in 4th, which means Edmondson takes the bronze medal for Australia. Looking our way through the rest of the rankings here, Brennauer in 10th, Bellman's the winner of the last race in 11th place. Let's draw breath and take a look at the final classification then. Sarah Hammer is the world champion, Laura Trott in 2nd. Annette Edmondson, a fantastic bronze medal for 3rd place there for Australia, 26 points. Pawlowska in 4th. And looking our way through the rest of the riders, Bellman's in 10th place, Frapporti in 12th for Italy. And just to keep you updated on where everyone else finished, there we are, that's the rest of the riders. Hammer shaking her head there. Well, she prepared in Mallorca for this. A lot of hard training on the velodrome, actually training with the Irish riders and the South Africans over there. And looking like she got the preparation right. Bearing in mind also Martin Irvine was over there, so was Caroline Ryan. Considering their performances here in these World Championships, it looks like Mallorca was the place to be. She was under some pressure, always seems to be under pressure in this 500-metre time trial. It's an event where you have to get going straight away, and Hammer is more of a rider who gets going over 3 or 4 kilometres. But she pulled this one out of the bag, and the face says it all.